Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. Yow! Yow! What's up YouTube? It's your boy Dashing here for a new Draft League content. So, we entered the Colosseum Draft League, that's CDL for short. So this is actually a very similar league. You could say it's a replica of the TPL, our league basically. So there's like some backstory here. We had like the Alcremis, as we call them. So the Alcremis joined our league. They had some conflict with the goons, and for some reason, some foul shit happened, and the so-called council decided to like kick them off. So, not being like banned from the league, they decided to make their own league. And, I didn't really agree with the ban itself. So, I kind of checked it out, tried to give my opinions on how the format should go, how the tier list should look like. Some of those they took into consideration, but for the most part, I think the tier lists do allow a lot of mons that I'd say are uncompetitive, right? It's one thing to have an advantage in the draft order, but it's another thing to have an advantage with like overpowered mons in the pool. So the draft order is more significant than it wouldn't be, right? So that being said, I basically joined with my teammates Melvin and Haseen. The way it works is we're gonna have like one shared mon, which is based on our points. We have like 100 points to draft 5 mons, and then we have like the tier picks. So interestingly enough, they wanted to do the points pick first over the tiers, which I think was a potentially bad idea because if people drafted like mons from a certain tier, like in this case you have C tier. C tier has 2 picks for the tier picks. So if people drafted a lot of C-tier mons in the point picks, we could definitely get into a point where some people could not complete their draft because there wouldn't be any points in the C-tier left. So I'd probably switch it up. I think what they said was they wanted people to like pick their Uber first, because this is an Ubers league, maximum of 1 Uber per team. So they wanted you to like have the chance to pick your Uber first so you can draft your team around that mon, which I totally get. But I think you could just do like your Uber pick and then do the tiers and then the rest of the points. But anyway, that being said, I was able to talk to my teammates, and we were actually looking to draft Kali Shadow because I think Kali Shadow is easily one of the best mons in the format, especially in a meta where Dynamax is banned. So in this league, there's no maxing, there's no Z moves. So Calyrex can just auto win games. Since Calyrex was already picked, I wanted to pick as one of the better, or I guess top 5 Uber mons, and we eventually decided on Necrozma DM. Necrozma DM, amazing mon. I do have like memories of this mon because this mon was the first mon that beat me in the TPL. It was played by Luca, and Luca really played it well. This mon took a banded Hyperspace Fury from Hoopa Unbound. That's crazy. And he just ate it up. Just the difficulty of dealing with this mon, thinking about what sets it could run. It has like SD, it has Trick Room, it has DD. You could run like a weakness policy set, like a stall cosmic toxic set. There's so many shit you have to prep for. And with an amazing ability of Prism Armor, it prevents you from, taking the full double damage from super effective hits. And it's also not affected by abilities like Mold Breaker and shit. So even if you had like a Mold Breaker Excadrill, this one could still chew like 2 attacks from that, probably, if it's like invested. But yeah, that's gonna be our first one, amazing pick. So we go for the rest of the picks. When I was looking at the tier A, I did see a few mons that were also OP there. They allowed Libero Cinder as well as Protein Gren. And unfortunately, I was like in the 21st spot during that time. So I thought, I doubt this mons are gonna last during my turn, because I really expect them to get picked up like top 5, but it actually went on a few longer before both got picked up. But yeah, they both got picked up before it was my turn. And surprisingly, I was able to see another gem there, and that's gonna be Shaman Sky. So Shaman Sky is tiered in A tier here, very interesting. And I think it has some good potential with being paired with Necrozma, because Necrozma can like check the ice types that wants to attack this mon. Shaman is a flying type, so we could like avoid the ground attacks. So they kind of cover their weaknesses to a certain degree. Both are kind of weak to fire, but Necrozma not so much because of the ability. But yeah, Shaman Sky, I guess the best flincher in the game, right? I don't really like relying on hacks because of its inconsistency. I'm one of the more consistent, or one of the most consistent players in like the Facebook community. So we normally plan our wins based on things that are going to happen. So yeah, I guess in this case I do have more leeway. I could play it like I could probably get 2 attacks here before he can attack me, just because of the Serene Grace, and just kind of play the odds to my favor a little bit. Hopefully we get some flinches there. So yeah, high attack, high HP. The defenses are decent, not amazing. Speed tier is really good, and that's also a good contrast to Necrozma. Necrozma is probably going to be mostly a physical attacker for our team, while Shaman is going to be a special attacker. And this league also allows like legacy moves, so hidden power and moves like pursuit. So that's gonna be really good for Shaman. It's gonna be hard to like wall this one, because if he has like Mega Scissor, I can run like HP Fire, right? The Mon naturally gets Earth Power. So flying, grass, earth, or ground, and let's say fire. If he has like Lando, I could run like HP Ice. So a lot of potential for this mon, and I'm really excited to use it. I've never used it before. A lot of the mons we drafted this season we haven't used. At first I was thinking of getting Torn, but I was like, fuck Torn, man. It's gonna be my 3rd season playing Torn. I don't want to play Torn again. So yeah, we got Shaman Sky. Now for our next pick, we got Vaporeon for 20 points. I really enjoyed playing Vaporeon in TP-CCBL. So I think of all the leagues I played, TP-CCBL was the most competitive. And despite having probably one of my worst teams that I drafted, I was able to make semifinals there. Only losing to like Alex the God, which is basically my main training partner during that time. So, if I still had the same training partner, I probably could have played better there. But yeah, Vaporeon really carried a lot of those games, running like moves like Yawn, Wish, Protect, Flip Turn. I think Vaporeon is better than Sylveon in this gen for the most part. Like, if you take out like the fairy typing, if you don't need to worry about dragon types, then yeah. Just because Baton Pass is banned, and Vaporeon still has a way to pass wishes off, and because of the superior HP stat, you can pass fatter wishes. to your teammates. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna play Vaporeon this season. I'll probably run it more support than anything else, just like a wish pivot to most of the team. And we can just draft mons that can do damage and just have Vaporeon like position them better. That's mostly how I'll probably play it. Interesting abilities. For the most part, we'll just run Water Absorb. And yeah, I don't think we'll be running Hydration, but we'll see. Probably not. When I saw the mons I drafted at the end, I thought we're probably not running Hydration, but it is what it is. Maybe if we have like a team that's really weak to fire, we could run like Rain Dance, some Rain Dance hydrations and shenanigans, and with rest, something like that. But yeah, our next one is gonna be Mega Shark. Oh, dude, I've been wanting to play Mega Shark for a while now. Alex in TPL Season 2 was running Mega Shark, and it got so much kills. I was helping him do mock battles all the time, and I was thinking, dude, this shark does so much damage. Like, you could just like set rocks and it kind of OHKOs everything already. So I guess there's a predictability factor there that you kind of want to run Protect to have it like get the speed boost reliably. But yeah, the attack it has is really strong. 140 that's boosted by Strong Jaw. To give you an idea, that's basically a crunch from Mega Shark is equal to like a CC from Conkeldurr, basically. Yeah. And just imagine Conkeldurr with CC, but it's really fast. It outspeeds everything. So that kind of gives you an idea. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna play this one. It's gonna take me a while to get the hang of it. And we kind of drafted a very interesting team this season, so it's actually gonna be hard to choose which mons I'll be bringing every week. There's really a lot of diversity options there. So yeah, good speed tier, especially with the speed boost, can attack physical and special. So interesting sets there, can take advantage of having hidden power as well. So our last points pick is gonna be Rhyperior for 10 points. I'm interested they only had like Rhyperior for 10 points, but I guess it's because the meta allows hidden power, so any fucker can just run hidden power water or grass and then kind of destroys this mon, since it's probably not gonna outspeed anything. But yeah, high HP, high defense, high attack, very good offensive typing in rock if the rock connects, as well as ground. We're probably not gonna be running Lightning Rod as the ability, so probably just Reckless, but for the most part it's gonna be solid rock, so we can like live more hits. I'm interested to see if we could live, let's say, 2 power whips from, let's say, Sarina. I think we could with solid rock, even though that's 4 times effective. But yeah. So this is probably gonna be our designated rocker, and a good switch in. We could also run some cheeky sets like Weakness Policy, Rock Polish, and then try to sweep. But yeah, we could also take advantage of like a Trick Room from Necrozma, or what do you call that, Tailwind from Shaman. So yeah, there's a lot of possibilities with this team. Now, that being said, I did have a few options for tier 1 or for my tier A pick. I kind of thought about getting Blaziken because I wanted like another fire resist, even though we have like already 2 there. Because yeah, normally fire types get ground types as well. But Blaziken was already picked, and then I kind of wanted to get, there was another one I kind of wanted to get. I'm trying to remember what it was. Lando T. I wanted to get Lando T, but it got sniped as well. I just opted for Tapu Koko. So, Koko is another mon I haven't played before in League format. It does have a lot of potential. Like I said, Hidden Power is a thing in this gen, or in this league. Attacks are not amazing, and it's not really as good as it was in the last gen, just because of the electric terrain being nerfed. But it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. Amazing speed tier. So we kind of have a good mix of speed tiers here. You know, Necrozma slow, Shaymin fast, Vaporeon slow, Shark fast, Rhyperior slow, Koko fast. So yeah, we kind of have a nice range of speed tiers going on here, as well as typing, right? We get an electric and a fairy type, so we could potentially switch into dragon moves. The big problem there is almost every dragon has ground coverage, so it's still gonna be somewhat of a 50-50 in that case. But yeah, Koko, amazing mon. It gets 2 pivots, Roost, CM, stuff like that. We could run, let's say, a CM set with Roost, with what item do you call that? Terrain extender. You know, like just do, let's say, +3 or +2 roosting, and then your T-balls are gonna start OKOing mons that, you know, aren't even weak to it. So yeah, that's Koko. Our next pick. For the next pick here, I was kind of torn on what I wanted. One of the teams we were gonna have to face had Kali Shadow, which is the mon we kind of wanted to draft. So looking at my team, I needed something that could check the Kali Shadow. So in the end, I opted for Bisharp. So Bisharp, an amazing mon. We could run like a Scarf set, right? A Scarf set could be very surprising. Though I'm not sure if Scarf Bisharp could outspeed Kali Shadow. Probably not, unless it's like Modest, I think. But yeah, Defiant, a very cool ability, as well as Inner Focus, you know, for players that want to run fake out mons. We could just, you know, surprise them with the Inner Focus and then hit them with a knockoff. And also gonna be our designated Pursuit Trapper. But yeah, unfortunately, it's another mon that's weak to ground as well as fire. So if you look at our team now, we do have a lot of mons weak to ground, right? We have Necrozma, Rhyperior, Koko, Bisharp. So like 4 mons weak to ground. I mean, Rhyperior is weak to ground is like whatever, you know, with solid rock, unless it's special, and that unless it's 4 times super effective, it's not really gonna bother it that much. But yeah, also having, you know, another Iron Head user, another mon with, like, I think it gets taunt, stuff like that. So we do have some utility there. And Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is very real in Draft League. Like I said, I don't like to run mons that are chance-based, like Sucker Punch. You know, will he attack or will he switch? You know, Sucker Punch or Pursuit, or will he sub? Then we should knock off. You know, stuff like that. So I'm very hesitant of bringing this mon like every week or most of the weeks if it doesn't have like a specific role it's trying to do. So yeah, that's Bisharp. And I guess it's a decent value for like a tier B pick. So our next mon is gonna be Mienshao. Dude, I love this mon. I used it in SCD, in one of the Goons League, and it just put in work. I think I brought it every week because it was really that good. Nothing wanted to switch into like a Banded or Life Orb CC. So, and in this league, since we have like Hidden Power, we could take advantage of that 95 special attack. I think the problem for Mienshao was it really had problems with regards to the move coverage. It has one of the shittiest move pools in mons, especially for like a tier 3 mon. You don't really see tier 3 mons with shitty move pool unless, you know, there's even OU mons with shitty move pool like Regieleki. But you know, Regieleki just needs that one move, but you know, Miancho, I guess, is kind of in the same vein. Fast, CC hits hella hard. We're probably gonna run Regenerator most of the time. Reckless is there if you want to throw some high jump kicks or what. But yeah, for the most part, that's basically gonna be it. Our next mon is gonna be Dragalge. So in this case, I wanted to get like a grounded poison type, and there wasn't many available, and I thought, oh, I wanted to get the poison type, right? But then I remember that, oh boy, another ground weak mon. So we basically have 5 ground weak mons at this point, which is not amazing, but I think that's really how I tend to draft. I tend to draft teams that have glaring weaknesses, but despite those glaring weaknesses, we still destroy everyone we play unless, you know, we get hacked or what. We do have mons that can take like the ground moves, like, you know, Vaporeon can take ground hits, Shaymin can switch in, you know, Necrozma can take some of those as well, Rhyperior too, even though it's weak to it. So yeah, we're not really, we're very weak to ground, but it's somewhat manageable, if that makes sense. So yeah, also a dragon type, we get those good resistances that's not weak to fairy. Nice move pool as well. Adaptability, one of the best abilities offensively. We could just throw some Dracos that OHKO shit, especially for like a Specs variant. And having like a slow speed tier. Like, seriously, I did not plan this. It just happened this way. Like I said, Coco's fast, Bisharp slow, Mianxiao fast, Dragalge slow. Right? We have that nice mix going on. So yeah, it also gets like these spikes, which is nice to have for like teams that won't be running grounded poison types. It's something that really forces them to defog. And yeah, at this point, I also noticed that aside from I was very focused on my ground weakness, right? So I kind of wanted to get a levitate mon. I didn't want a flying mon because I didn't want it to be weak to rocks, right? So I wanted a levitate mon. I had a few options there. I had like a Mismagius, and I had Electros. Although Electros did get picked before it was my turn, so you know, whatever. And I was thinking Frostlass. You know, Frostlass really good, right? Ice type, so that's a new type we don't have, as well as Ghost. Gets spikes. So I was like, ooh, we could run Frostlass, and then I saw that, you know, Frostlass doesn't really have Levitate, so that's like shit. And then I thought, wait, aside from Coco, we don't have any hazard control. So Coco is like our only defogger here. That sucks. So I think at that point I thought I needed a way to like remove hazards, as well as having like a ground resist or immunity. And I eventually found something. It's gonna be Claydol. Amazing mon. It really fits what we needed for the team. Having a duplicate ground psychic type, not great. It doesn't really give much like offensively, and being weak to knockoff is not amazing. But there are ways to take advantage of that. We could run like an offensive Claydol with like weakness policy. Set up like a rapid spin turn 1, get the speed boost, and then we have like +2 attack, +2 special attack with +1 speed. It's basically a pseudo shell smash at that point. And then, depending on what we're facing, we could just CM again and, you know, start breaking walls. So yeah, don't sleep on Claydol. We might pull some shenanigans with this mon. So yeah, it also provides rocks. So that's something really nice that we have here. We don't really need to depend on Rhyperior all the time to set the hazards. So we do have a number of hazards, right? We have like rocks from Rhyperior and Claydol, and we have like T-spikes from the Dragalge. So yeah, that's basically gonna round up our team. I'm excited to see how we fare in this league. We're playing a lot of people we haven't played before. I think only my teammates. I only know my teammates, basically. So yeah, if that's the case, basically 90% of the players here we haven't seen played before. So it's gonna be interesting to see how good they are, which players rise to the top and which ones, fall behind. So yeah, that's gonna be our draft analysis for Team Kati Itlog. Cut, Kati, Kati. And yeah, that being said, I'll see you again during our week 1 game. So yeah, if you guys like the content, like, share, and subscribe, leave some comments there. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.